Hello friends, I understand last episode was quite a big live stream episode, so if you didn't miss that, let me summarise the episode in two enjoyable words. Marky Fletcher. Mark Fletcher. The Mark Fletcher. A Marky Fletcher. That should give you a bit of an insight into the... Run the intro, where you'll hear... Marky Fletcher. Hello there gang, welcome back. I hope you had a lovely time over the Easter holidays. You'll notice that I took a bit of a gap between videos. Where's he gone? I just had a little break, because that's important. Hopefully you did too, had a few days off. Now then, today comes a big day. Since we last met in that live stream, we've played a few matches, but I'm going to give a quick run through to those that didn't watch the entire thing. I don't expect everyone to watch it. So let's do a quick, brief run through, quick catch up on what you missed since the end of last season when we were promoted. That's right, hit it. No, sorry, that's gonna become annoying, isn't it? Financially looking good, 1.5 million, few facilities looking to be upgraded, so that's exciting too. That'll happen towards the October period. In terms of released players, one man dominates the list, and how's that got there? You can see Minivan has left the club. That's right, he's left us. Didn't want to lose him, but he's gone. He's gone off to Kingstonian. I think it might be a good time for him to leave. They just didn't want a new contract for whatever reason. Just didn't want one. Luke Pennell's left as well. Maxwell Statham. Two good centre-backs that we've improved on this year, so they've left as a result of that. And Sean Miller, who we signed and didn't really play all too often, has retired. All the other names you probably don't even recognise. But when it comes to the list on the ins, all sorts has happened. And as we did last season, I think that's the best way to do it. We'll talk about who we've signed and who's actually playing in our first 11. Quite a lot of these boys are. So team-wise, this is what we're working with. Lots of potential within this squad. But let's take a look then at the tactic that we've played. We've already played one game. If you missed the live stream, we did play at the end. We played Halifax and beat them 1-0. Worth saying since then, a 4-0, a 3-0, and a 2-1 defeat to Barrow. Very disappointing with Marky Fletcher, who I'll introduce you to in a moment if you've not met him before. Leave it. So tactically, I wanted to keep it the same, but personnel has changed quite radically, and we've changed inside forwards to wingers now on both sides. We'll start there with the goalkeeper. Adam Federici has come in. The 36-year-old Australian. Look, he's not the quickest anymore, but I think in terms of goalkeeping ability, he's up there with the best that we can attract right now. Harry Wright has come in as well, who obviously had last season. And so far for Federici, no clean sheets, but we've got up a division, so I'm not too disappointed. But he's left Premier League teams to come and join us. Stoke City have let him go, and we're going to have him. We'll have him. Adam Federici, welcome. He will definitely be fighting. Make no mistake, him and Harry Wright will definitely be fighting for that spot. But we're going Federici at the moment. The experience, I think, is quite exciting. Right back then to fill in for Minivan is Callum Evans. He's joined the club. He's not too dissimilar from Minivan, to be honest. I think he's slightly better in a couple of areas, but there's not too much between them. But Callum Evans, welcome. You are our right back for the season. Over on the left side, George Cantrell keeps his spot at left back. Physically very good, tackling and marking to die for. One of those players that plays above his potential star ratings and current ability and whatnot. We like him a lot. George Cantrell played loads last season and the season before that, and so far a 7.53 after 4 games. Keep him in there, Ben. Now the centre, this is where things get exciting for a few viewers. Charlie Oliver, a very good centre-back. I mentioned we'd lost a few, but we've brought in a guy here, 6'1". I think he's got all the tools to be very, very good. Marking, heading, tackling, very, very good as well. Decent passing ability at this level too. Gateshead loaned him last year in the Vanarama National, and he did all right. And again, he's coming for us so far. 7.5, so everyone's playing terrifically well. And next to him, make no mistake, the Burn has joined. Now, I can't remember if he was the Fire or the Burn. Johnny Burn has joined. I think he might have been the Fire, and we've switched it up to the Burn. Do we go back to the Fire? We should really get back to the Fire. Just for those that have watched the Salford story, I think this is important, really. But you can see, really nice attributes. Mental's really, really good. 26 years of age. Some of his attributes are going down, apparently. But I actually think he's a really good defender for this level. So I'm quite excited to bring him in. He's not the quickest, but I do think his mental attributes make up for that. In front of them, Niall Brookwell keeps his spot in there for now. Although there's likely rotation throughout the season. Just a really good young player that we bought last season. And is continuing to look good. Going further forward, Chris Lawrence keeps his place as well. One of our original first good regens. Not at the club, but it should be said, that we brought in from Accrington last year. Had a really good year and is continuing that 1 goal, 2 assists so far in these 4 matches, looking very good, as is everybody. Now, next to him, and this is exciting, I tweeted out a picture a couple of days ago that Callum Gribben has joined. If you've played lower league saves or maybe sort of League 1, League 2 saves, you'll definitely know about Callum Gribben. He will have come up on your radar before, whether a loanee from Manchester United or a first team signing. He's just not been playing for Manchester United. I mean, he has been at non-competitive sort of under 23 level, but has never broken into that first team. And the fact he's dropped all the way down to come play for me on pretty hefty wages, it must be said, at 3.3 thousand, I think we're very, very happy. Look at everything. The technicals there. There's not a player, I'll say it now, there's not a player in this league with better technical attributes than Callum Gribben, and he plays for the Boston Boys. Moving further forward then, Alibusu is still in with us at right wing, had a phenomenal season last year. If he can do anything similar, it's going to be a miracle. Frankly, it was such a good year last year. That might be the best we ever see from him. But look, he stays in there this year. We've got to provide loyalty for players that are staying with us as well. There was an offer that came in for him that we turned away. We batted it off like that. It was great. So Ryan Alibusu back in the team, back in the starting 11, and hopefully will continue to progress and develop this year as well. That'll be exciting. Over on the left hand side, Jordan Slew, for all of his heroics last season, he sort of left the club, but he's gone to our bench and probably our under 23s at some point. But filling in on this left hand side is George Penny, who have picked up 18 years of age on a free from Liverpool. And I've got to say, gang, I'm quite excited. Physically very good. Mentals are okay. Good crossing-ish. Dribbling's not too bad. I do think he will, again, develop over the course of the season and be really good for us. George Penny, welcome him, viewers. He's got pace. He's got agility. That's all you need in this division. And then finally, the creme de la creme. There's some good players on the bench that we'll talk through as well, actually. But the creme de la creme of my transfer window was Mark Fletcher. That's right. If you watched the live stream, you saw the journey to sign him. You saw it happen. There was players that we wanted, some prehistoric creatures that didn't want to join, but Mark Fletcher is the man that we've gone for, and for a snip at £500, viewers. I love to see it. £500, 6 goals in 4 games, 2 Player of the Match awards so far, and the Welshman has come in and he's going to do what? He's going to do marvellous things, viewers. There's nothing else to be said. 15 finishing, 14 composure, 12 off the ball, great leadership ability for an 18-year-old, and physicals that we can certainly get behind as well. Shoots with power, plays short, simple passes, and is a poacher in this side. And I love him. And if you didn't know, we've got a jingle for him, which is the jingle of the whole series. Marky Fletcher. So feel free to join in on that whenever you feel it comes over you. I mean, you know. I did mention a few other players. David Cartwright's an interesting player. If anything happens with Marky Fletcher, then David Cartwright will definitely fill in. 18-year-old from Kosovo, on loan from Crystal Palace. We're basically paying nothing, so it's a really good addition. Pacey, decent technical and physical attributes. Mental attributes. David Cartwright, welcome. And a few other names you might recognise as we'll go through. Adam Phillips is again another player that's actually been released from Liverpool years ago. Went to Port Vale in League 2. Didn't really feature too much. We've picked him up as good midfield depth. And speaking of midfield depth, a few other boys that definitely need to be mentioned are Ike Pozzo, that we've got from Manchester City on a free transfer, 21-year-old Spaniard. We had him last, well, it sort of counts as, let's say we had him last year, it counts that we signed him at the end of last year for anyone that's confused, but that's not what happened. 3.1 thousand, our biggest outlay this season, not a massive amount, is it? But regardless, you can see there, again, really well-rounded attributes, and that also brings me to Jermaine Anderson, who's a very similar kettle of fish, again, released from Rochdale. We've picked him up, and hopefully he'll have a good time with us as well. If you're a Peterborough fan, you probably recognise the name. 25-year-old Jamaican. Aaron Akuma as well, we've got from Norwich on a free transfer. Really good defensive backup cover, I think. We'll probably see him start games in the future as well. I think he's got fantastic physical attributes, nice technical attributes as well, and his mentals aren't too bad either. 20-year-old Ghanaian. Delighted to bring him in. And I think in terms of other players, James Sayer is probably the other one to mention. We've got, of course, George Penny, but James Sayer will be sort of the backup to that from Everton. Welcome, James. Welcome to the club. Again, another new generated player. Now, the rest of the team should be relatively familiar to you. Ben Morris, very quickly again, just a backup wide player. Again, we'll see him if called upon later on in the series, can also play up front as well. So let's get into a game, shall we? Let's play something. I did say I'd recap, so if you watch the live stream, sorry if this episode was a little bit repetitive, but we've given a full run through of what we've done, and as mentioned before, then we are 4 games in, 3 wins, 1 defeat, and you can see Based on the league positions that we've got here, if you go on season preview, you can see Salford predicted to win the league, and we're predicted to come second. Can you believe that? Cartwright, who's not even starting for us at the moment, David Cartwright, is in the Media Dream 11 with Alabiusu, who had a fantastic year last year. And I do hope this year then we can maybe get into the playoff positions. I think getting automatically promoted this year is going to be really, really difficult. There are some very, very solid sides in this league, and hopefully, though, we are going to be amongst them. I mean, I lost all the oxygen left me there, viewers. That was horrifying, dearie me. I thought that was the end there. The whole life flashed before me. All right, then, let's face off then against Boreham Wood and hopefully showcase some of the talents of this team. Without any further ado, let's get into it. All right, team-wise, I've just run you through it, so I'm not going to give you any more than that. Everyone seems fit and raring to go, so let's play ball. So they're playing it's a 5-3-2, isn't it? Let's make no bones. It's a 5-3-2. All right, we're favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. We're favourites. All right, I'm going to continue with the I've got faith in you. Go out there and make the difference. Hopefully we see a fantastic performance from the boy, Marky Fletcher. All right, then. The games are underway. They're in the white. We're in the orange. And hopefully we can get this done. First chance of the game. Cantrell finds Fletcher. Lovely start. I just love to see. He's so good. I mean, to get him in for £500 from a Welsh team is just what dreams are made of, viewers. Evans. Now, you can obviously see the process to how we signed him, if you like. If you go watch the live stream. Or if you did watch it, thank you very much. Loads of people seem to tune in for it. As Alabiusu goes close. Chris Lawrence hits the side netting. 6 minutes gone. Good stuff from us early on. Wow, this half is... yeah, it's not going brilliantly. 6 minutes to go of this first half. Let's see if we can create something. We've gone slightly more positive. It's been very quiet. Wow, this really has been off your seat stuff. Gribbin with a free kick though. Oh, I mean, I think that maybe tipped the crossbar. Okay, so at half time, that was, I think the phrase would be dull as dishwater, viewers. Let's assertively say, I'm far from pleased with what I've just seen. Let's see if we can fire them up a little bit. Send them out for the second half. Fired up. And let's demand more from the off. Let's see if that motivates them. There we go. Now they're focused. I don't really want to have to make changes this early on, but I mean, Slew's on the bench. He's ready if he wants to. Morris and Cartwright there as well. Two really good attacking options. But I'm expecting to see something from our forward line at least. Still, so far, we're seeing little to nothing. They're not even playing well. The time is just... I mean, where's it going? We're going to get Ben Morris on for Alabiusu on that right-hand side. And I'm going to push forward Gribbin just behind Fletcher. Maybe give him a little bit more support and just move Brookwell over to the left-hand side. We'll continue on. And, there's a temptation to go attacking, but I don't... you know my theory on this. I don't want to open ourselves up too much. But at this point... a highlight will do. 10 minutes to go, and finally, viewers, a little bit of action to come as Cantrell finds Penny, gets it back from Penny, and now Penny on it again. If he can put the ball into the middle, maybe. Can he beat his man? Ball played in. Fletcher's there. Oh, it's in. It's a goal. Let's play the jingle. Yes! This is what we all wanted, viewers. I'm so happy. Marky Fletcher. Oh, you love to see it. Penny with the ball in. Mark Fletcher with the goal. A chant that was born in the live stream. And Mark Fletcher living up to his name. I don't really know what that means, actually, to be fair. Fletcher. I mean, he's affectionately called Fletcher by the boys, but not by me. He's Marky Fletcher as far as I'm concerned. As there are 5 minutes to go, his goal might end up being the difference. And the hype about him is entirely real. Oh, you love to see it. 20 seconds to go. If you can just keep the ball, it's going to be good. Not enough shots on target for me. There are 18 shots, only the 4 on target. Not perfect. Now, I'm actually not going to play anymore before the next episode because it's Salford to come, but I wanted this episode to be a little bit of an introduction to some players as well as a match. So the next game will be the game after this tomorrow against Salford City. It should be very exciting. Of course, Salford, a side that I've done an entire series with, so it's good to see how they're getting on in the league campaign. Good team talk from me at the end as well. Everything's coming up lovely. As Salford City, I don't know if they won their games. They might not be 12th as we see this 10th. Now for them as they won 2-0 against Sutton, who are nailed to the bottom of the table. So we're up to third, 12 points from 5, and an exciting league campaign hopefully to come. Let me know what you think of the transfers and Marky Fletcher. I'll see you again for more next time tomorrow at 5 PM. We love with care. So next time, I'll see you again soon. Goodbye. Hopefully you don't mind that I took a little 4-day break because we're back now. You know, you gotta enjoy life sometimes. I played golf again, viewers. I don't know if you know, but I won a potting competition. I'm obsessed.